Good evening, it's Seconder Scott Von Helt from HolisticMusician.com here to share today's bowl of sake by Hazrat Inayat Khan for May the 2nd. And I want to dedicate this very special occasion, dedicate this on this very special occasion to my good friend Sean, aka Mr. Sawblade Head Lowry. Sean, I'm very proud of you today, my longtime dear friend and someone who I consider my brother, longtime bandmate and friend, has just overcome cancer. Got a clean bill today, and he totally kicked cancer's ass. So I'm proud of you, brother. I knew you would do it, and never had any doubts for you. I always knew you were going to pull through, brother. So big shout out to my brother Sean today, and congratulations on the good report. And this one's dedicated to you, my brother. So today's bowl of sake by Hazrat Inayat Khan is: the truth need not be veiled, for it veils itself from the eyes of the ignorant. The truth need not be veiled, for it veils itself from the eyes of the ignorant. So, a lot of times in spiritual teachings, and especially in some of the older yogic traditions and a lot of the esoteric schools and things like that, a lot of this was considered hidden knowledge or secret knowledge. And, to a certain extent, there are some things that need not really be put out there so openly. Certain practices, certain techniques, and things like that really help somebody develop certain power, certain skills or abilities that could be, used the wrong way and those types of things. So there are a lot of mystical teachings that were kind of kept in secret and things like that. But when you really get down to the heart of the matter, which Inayat Khan says here so perfectly, the truth need not be veiled, for it veils itself from the eyes of the ignorant. So if you're not ready for truth, if you're not ready for specific insights or things of that nature in that spiritual realm, they won't really open themselves to you. They won't reveal themselves to you because you won't be at a place yet where you can really understand or see it. So it's kind of a thing where you can be who you are, be what you are, but you can't always expect everybody else to be at your same level. And that's something that I, over the years experienced, and something that really, to me, really I can relate to with this. I always like to share what I can relate to because I can only share my own experience. Can't share something I don't know. And as my teacher always says, you can't give coins that you don't have in your own pocket. So, you can really only share your own experience. So I try to share from my own heart, my own experience. And that being said, I grew up in a pretty strict Christian home and had a strict Christian upbringing. But, there was a lot of attitudes and a lot of ideology, a lot of things that didn't always make sense to me and that I questioned a lot of times. But there was also a lot of that, just a lot of, I don't know, I don't want to get into specifics, but a lot of ideology that I later in life kind of realized that wasn't really the truth. That really wasn't what I wasn't being taught the truth, not by my parents or anything like that, but just, the whole, the church and the different organizations of religion that I was a part of did not really always give a truthful expression of what spiritual life really was or what it really meant to have that experience of God. And a lot of times there's a lot of veiled things. A lot of things that, even the Bible, you look at the Bible, you look at Christ's teachings, he taught deep mystical teachings. In reality, Christ was a Sufi. He was somebody that used the knowledge, that really experienced God. He had a personal relationship with God and expressed that and lived that. He embodied that. So he lived as God in human form. And so that type of connection, there was he was definitely in tune with and in touch with truth, real truth. And so with that being said, the veil had been lifted from his eyes and things like that. But not everybody else was experiencing truth to the same level as Christ, and same with a lot of the other enlightened masters and things like that. And even not even going that far to enlightened masters and people of that level, but truth expresses itself in ways that are really relevant to each individual soul, and it opens itself at the right time. And so later in life, as I started to open my mind to other religions, to other beliefs, to other cultural differences and things like that, it really expanded my knowledge and my understanding of how vast and how deep, spirituality really is. And it really opened me up to something new. So like I was saying yesterday, each one of those truths just kind of lifted a veil or gave me a deeper understanding that now I could assimilate a little better. And through that, we become a little less ignorant. So when he's saying here, he's not calling people stupid or dumb when he says, the truth need not be veiled, for it veils itself from the eyes of the ignorant. When he says the ignorant, we're just ignorant to the truth. That's just a reality that, and when you're a child and you're first learning things, there's things that you just don't know. You just don't understand something until you experience it, and then it's explained to you, and then it's realized in a way that you can now comprehend and understand the meaning of it. And as we grow in life, it's the same way. As we grow in spiritual life, it's the same way. You keep having these openings and these awakenings that take you to another level, and they just remove these veils from everything. So there's really no need to be secretive about certain things. There's really no need to force truth on people either. So there's no need to really be the type that says this is the way and you got to follow my way and things like that. People are going to find that in their own time if it's really what is meant for them. So all you can do is really give of yourself, be an example, lead by example, be an inspiration. Put something out there that hopefully is so honest and so real from your own experience, from your own truth, that somebody else catches a glimpse of it. And it may alter their truth a little bit. They might sit back and say, this is really interesting. I've never really looked at it from that viewpoint or that perspective. And once they do, then they see a bigger picture. And then they see, it's kind of like that whole story of the 4 blind men that all are confronted with an elephant. And one only touches the tail, and one only touches the arm, and one only touches the trunk, and one touches the body. And they all have a different assimilation in their mind of what the one that touches the tail, an elephant is, long and thin and curved. And, the one that touches the leg, oh no, it's kind of stubby and fat. And then the next one, basically, has the same kind of concept, but of the trunk. So they each have this own concept of what the elephant is, and all are right from their own perspective and their own viewpoint, because that's the angle and that's the place that they've had their own experience from. And as they share that experience with each other, one might accept the other person's experience as part of that reality as well. But in reality, it is one truth. It is one singular reality that we all experience in different ways, that we all experience in different levels. So, this is just kind of a couple of the deeper thoughts that came to mind with today's bowl of sake, but I really love this one a lot. So I'll leave you with it one more time. The truth need not be veiled, for it veils itself from the eyes of the ignorant. Just a couple thoughts on today's bowl of sake by Hazrat Inayat Khan, and appreciate everybody checking these out. Appreciate all the positive feedback. Hello to you all who are watching now. Carrie, Mark, Derek, Jay, thank you guys all for checking this out. Appreciate the support. And you can get more bowl of sake at my website, holisticmusician.com, and also over at the YouTube page for Holistic Musician. Lots of new stuff coming up in the next few months. Going to be offering some different classes online and hopefully live here in LA. Start my monthly classes back up, and a lot of things in the works. So I think it's a good time to be alive, a good time to share truth, a good time to just get out there and be who you are and experience life in your own way, and be that light of truth for yourself, and inspire other people to catch a little glimpse of that, or catch that spark, if you will. So wishing everybody the best, and once again, big shout out to my brother Sean Lowry. I'm proud of you, brother. I love you, and so glad that you kicked cancer's ass. Love it. All right, you guys all have a good night. Take care.